Hey! I wanted to do a video today talking about a subject that probably will end up being at least a little bit controversial, but I think that it's important for us to talk about it. I had a while ago, I meant for this video to go up a while ago and then it just didn't, but a while ago on Snapchat I asked you all about your opinions on brand trips for influencers. Now this is not talking about the brand trips like going to a specific place to create something or to, you know, have a collaboration, so to speak. This is more about the trips to different islands or really exclusive places to show a brand launching a collection. I really wanted to talk to you guys about this because I wanted to get your input. The way that I see the relationship here on YouTube is that the influencers are only as good as their audience. So the bigger the audience, the more influence they actually have. The people with the biggest influence are the ones that are going on these trips. I really wanted to get an idea of what you all thought about this process. If you're unfamiliar with the process I'm talking about, let me break it down for you. Something that has become really popular in the last couple of years of social media is the practice, essentially, of brands bringing a group of influencers on a trip, a very lavish, very luxurious trip to somewhere like Turks and Caicos. The Hamptons, I know Maybelline's doing something in the Hamptons this past month. A lot of private islands, a lot of like really luxurious places, and they bring this group of influencers there specifically with the purpose of pushing and talking about a collection that the brand is releasing. The idea here is it's bringing a lot of focus onto the brand, and the influencer is getting essentially a free paid vacation where sometimes they're required to post a certain amount of Instagram posts, post on Snapchat. A lot of the times, you know, just the fact that they're going on this vacation is enough to make them want to post about these types of events. In some circumstances, the influencer might be getting paid in order to post, you know, a certain amount of times on Instagram, a certain amount of times on social media, post a vlog about it, that kind of stuff. In addition to getting to go on these incredibly luxurious trips, a lot of the times the influencers are given swag on top of this. I've seen different trips where they've gotten drones, cameras, camera lenses, tons of makeup, but that's a given. Cartier bracelets was one that I saw, and it's just a lot of things on top of this crazy once-in-a-lifetime experience. Now, before we get into this, I want to really stress the fact that I'm not making this video out of jealousy of not going on these trips. If I'm being totally honest, I'm not really a very extroverted person, and I probably wouldn't feel super comfortable going on them to begin with because I know they all have this same vibe that they sort of give. I really just wanted to make this video more so to get all of your input on this, because at the end of the day, the point of these trips is really to bring awareness to the brand, bring awareness to whatever new products they have launching, and by having all of these very big influencers that have a really big following, it's bringing a lot of focus onto these new products. So I asked you guys on Snapchat mainly what your thoughts were on this. Did you think that it was something that was a really cool idea in the sense that these are people that you know and you love to follow them and you really feel like this is something that does work, it does bring attention to the brand, it does bring attention to the products? Or did you feel like it was something that you are kind of against, that you don't really like it, that it's not something that works for you and it doesn't make you want to buy the products? I got a lot of responses from you all. I got so many. I took a billion screenshots here. The majority of these responses really all have sort of the same answer, and it's something that I kind of agree with, and it's really that a lot of these trips have the same people going on them all the time. Now, I don't want to call anybody out because that's not going to solve anything, and I'm not going to talk about anybody in particular, but I do notice, you know, that a lot of the times these trips do have the same set of characters. I can see both sides of it. It does get a little old always seeing these same people getting to go on all of these trips, because then you just sit there going, you know, there are so many people on Instagram and on YouTube. It does get a little old constantly seeing the same people going on these trips, posting the same pictures on the beach, loving these brands so much, and it does kind of make you question who you can trust, who you can believe. But at the same time, I see it from the brand's perspective of these are the people that have the biggest following, these are the people that are going to end up selling this product. They're the ones that are actually going to bring us money, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. So I can see it from both sides. Here are some of the responses that you guys gave me. I have so many I gotta go through. Whew. Woo! Here are some of the responses I got from Snapchat. I personally don't like it. It's so overindulgent in my opinion. They take the same people on these ridiculous trips with all these parties and nice food and first class everything, and I just think money in general should be spent in better places. I just think it's gross when I see these influencers getting treated to all this stuff just for a new highlighter. Here's another one. I guess it makes sense for the company, but at the same time, it does make me more skeptical about the product and their true opinion on it. I do notice the same people going, which, I don't know, is a little odd. But you know, they're the big guys in the beauty community, so it makes sense to get them to go out. But I wish it would be maybe fewer people, or different people would be nice. I do find it hard to trust the influencers' honest opinions, because it's not like they're just getting a PR box, but they get the trip on top of it. And for me, it feels like they're going to say good things about the product even if it's not great, just so that they don't lose the ability to be invited on the trips and everything. This one I can honestly understand the skepticism for, because really, how do you be biased after that? I know a couple of months ago, I believe it was a couple months ago, Jackie Aina did a video where she said something bad, not bad really, but she said something negative about Tarte, and suddenly Tarte stopped sending her PR boxes. That's a scary thing to me. I pride myself on, whether I bought a product or whether it was sent to me, that I'm gonna tell you guys my real thoughts on it and how I feel about it, and if I would buy it or if I don't like it. And I can definitely see how it can come across, you know, if this company is constantly bringing the same people on these trips. I mean, think about it if you were in their shoes, really, is how I see it. Like, if you're constantly getting the opportunity to go on these amazing, lavish trips that you would never be able to go on if it wasn't with these companies, would you say bad things about them? Here's another one. I definitely feel the influencer will have more bias if they're treated well. Not many people are like, oh my god, thanks for that flight, freebies, dinner, and a video a week later saying they suck. That's kind of the main vibe I'm getting from a lot of these responses from you all, is that somebody is giving you all of these things and all of these amazing products. It's gonna influence your opinion. Now, something I also want you all to know is that this type of behavior is not new. It's newer, it's new-ish for the online social media community, but this is the kind of same stuff that they would do for magazines. These beauty companies or clothing companies or fashion designers, any of that, they would send the writers and the journalists and the editors of fashion magazines, Elle, Allure, Cosmo, really any of them, and they would send them their new products along with maybe a Prada bag or something from Gucci, something from Chanel. I think the difference really is in those magazines, they never had to talk about it. It was very closed door kind of feel, where with social media, everything is out there. Everybody sees the things that you're getting, you're showing it off, it's so special, and it's sort of an eye-opening thing. So it's not so closed door. It's kind of like the whole FCC thing of having to disclose when you got products for free, when you're being sponsored, when you're being paid, where with magazines, they never had to do that, and they were always being sponsored and always getting free things and always getting paid. So really what social media has done is everything is a lot more transparent. I think that that's a good thing as far as the consumer goes, because you guys get a lot more insight into who you want to trust. So really, I just want to get a discussion going. I really want to hear what you think about this, what your opinions are on brand trips. If this is something that you're totally okay with, you love seeing your favorite influencers getting all of these amazing opportunities, working with these huge brands, being able to really further their career and further their following, working together, showing themselves with different YouTubers, different influencers. I always say YouTubers, but a lot of the times it's Instagram too, huh? Or if it's really not your thing, it doesn't drive you to buy the product, and it leaves you feeling a little skeptical about how they really feel. Leave me comments, I'm gonna be reading them all, and then in the next video that I do about controversy kind of things in the beauty community online, we will talk about some of your opinions in the beginning of the post. Also, let me know any other topics you'd like me to go over in these types of videos. I think it could kind of be fun to talk about whether people prefer more homey videos like this, where it's just talking you and me, or more professional with the drone and like all of the B-roll and everything like that. So let me know, you know, any ideas that you have, because I feel like there are a lot of things here that nobody's really talking about, and I really would like to kind of get a feel for what you guys are feeling. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. Please click that subscribe. Why can't I talk today? Subscribe and notification bell and all that jazz. Here's some other videos that you probably missed. I love you. If you watched this far, leave me a comment telling me about where you'd like to visit in the world if money was not an issue. The one place you would love to visit. See you soon.